Welcome back to the barn. We're like the DJ. We're like the band on the run, brother.
Band on the run, baby. The Barn Brothers.
I got DJ here with me from Swerving Podcast and his detail business. You want to give that detail info out again?
Yes, sir, because it's about to get warm outside. It's that Swerving Auto Details. You can catch me on Facebook, Instagram at Swerve Auto Details. Full details are $125 for inside and out. You just want the inside, it's $55. You just want the outside, it's $55. So just get a hold of me at 573-327-1473, baby.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
It is, baby. I've been already getting texts. I was trying to have my weekend away at Mardi Gras, and I was getting texts about details. I'm like, gosh, damn, it's that time. It's hard balancing work and social life sometimes.
You had a heck of a weekend, it sounds like.
I did. Mardi Gras is just a great time. It's a great time for the world. If you have not experienced it, take one of the years and do it. On the Saturday, though, you can't do both days. It's too much.
Yeah, I've been a few times, and it was definitely, every time I went, man, it was wild. I'll say that.
It's a lot of people, man.
Yeah, it is.
It is a lot of people.
They say it's one of the biggest ones in the country. I mean, obviously, you got your New Orleans, and I think even maybe Pensacola, Florida or something might have the second largest one, but St. Louis is definitely up there, top 5.
I think I was talking to my buddies last year, and we were just last night, and we were just like, man, I think New Orleans is the move next year. You know, you just do things so many times, you get that kind of feel. We had that, and we just got to get out the zone next year. I think doing New Orleans, full send.
So I've never went to New Orleans during Mardi Gras, but I've been to New Orleans several times, and I have some buddies that went, and they just said you can barely even move. There's so many people, you can barely even move.
Jeez. You probably don't even need to go to the bar. It's so packed.
No, you can't even get there.
How was parking down there in New Orleans?
Yeah, I want to say we maybe took the trolley in, something like that.
Yeah, Ballpark Village, like, you got to pay to park. That was like $11 for 3 hours, but it's just crazy. Like, you won't take any risk in St. Louis, you know, parking your car on the street. So you just pay like that $40, $25, keep your car safe. I was just like, damn, like, it just sucks you got to do that because it's just so grimy up there, and people will try to do that around them times. So, but other than that, it was a great weekend. I had a great weekend. Love St. Louis.
I had a buddy, I don't know if you met him yet, Twan.
No, we keep talking about Twan here.
Yeah, Twan's a good buddy of mine. He's on the Metal Podcast, Vulgar Display Podcast. Check it out. We have one coming up next week. A promo there. But he was here for Super Bowl. We were watching Super Bowl. And he knew somebody that was out in L.A., and they weren't even going to the Super Bowl, but they were in the L.A. area for work or something. And they sent him a picture and said, look at this. And it was a guy holding a sign that said parking $300.
Damn.
Yeah.
Holy
So you just spent like $2,000 on a ticket, maybe even more, and now you got $300 just to park.
Jeez. You almost want to walk, like, fly there with no car and walk everywhere.
Definitely be cheaper.
Oh, 100%. I wouldn't drive there. I don't think I will next year. But yeah, other than that, parking's high. Beers weren't too high. Oh, yeah, they were. I think beers at night in the club were like $8.
Oh, really?
That's insane. They weren't charging cover, though, so that's fair. I think that's why they raised it up.
That makes sense.
I'd rather do that than charge you a $10 cover and then you're still paying $8 for beers and stuff. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What do you think the right price for a beer is?
Like in a bar or club or?
On a like a party night weekend.
I don't even know. I'm so out of that scene, I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I think it's too high, man. Almost $10 a beer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's nuts.
I know the ball games are like.
Oh, no, yeah. Like Cardinal game, you got to like, if you don't set a limit on your spending at a Cardinal game, you're going to spend over like $100 at the concession stand.
Yeah, you can't just go to a game anymore.
No, and then if the line's so long, you got to make sure you get everything one trip.
Yeah, you're trying to carry like 6 different things, and you can only get so many beers at a time.
Yeah, and a Cardinal game, like, I don't know, what is it about baseball games now? Why is it that you go to baseball games, you're just on your phone?
I like baseball. I love baseball. You know, it was my first true love as a sport. It's boring to watch, man. It really is.
Yeah. Every Cardinal game I went to, I just haven't been into the game. I've just kind of been.
I prefer to watch it on TV because you can watch, depending on where you're sitting in the stadium.
There's a lot of downtime in baseball.
A lot of downtime. It goes slow. You can't see all the cool things that you can see on TV, like the pitching and the action on the ball and all that. You know, if you have a bad seat in the stadium, and most of the time you do. I just don't think it's a great live sport to watch.
Nah, me neither. I just was wondering if I was the same on that. But you got to go to a Cardinal game every now and then, have a couple beers. It's a good place to have a beer outside. It's just a good scene, summer night. Especially night games, summer night, man. Nothing beats that.
Yeah, the smell of beer and onions and hot dogs and all that.
I love it.
Yeah, that's a thing. And again, we're in the Southeast Missouri, St. Louis area, and so that's born and bred into our blood. I mean, we can't get rid of that for sure.
I need to go to a Blues game. That's what I need to do soon.
You never been?
Nope.
Oh, now there's a sport to watch live.
We should go.
Oh man, killer! You could, no matter where you're at in the arena. Awesome.
We should go. Take Dale. That'd be fun. Dale'd be lit.
Dale goes all the time.
I know. I said break my virginity. So let's go, Dale. Quit playing.
Calling Dale out. Here's one that I'm excited about. We're talking springtime, and I know you are too. Is golf.
Yes, golf. I'm ready for golf. I missed the tournament this weekend, but yeah, man. Just today had the long sleeves on, kind of just got riding around sweating. I'm like, man, it's a good day to hit the course. It's getting back to that. I was driving by the courses today. The fairways are getting back right. I'm glad that ice is off of them from this weekend, but they probably needed that. So yeah, I'm ready for some golf, man. You got any scores you're trying to hit?
You're talking like actual playing, like playing score?
Yeah.
So anything under 100 for me for 18 holes, I'm okay with.
Okay.
I'm an okay golfer. I'm not great. For as much as I play, I probably should be better, but I don't spend the time practicing it that I really should. When I get a chance, because I have 3 daughters and a family and everything, when I get a chance to play, I want to play rather than sit there on the range all the time. Mm-hmm. So I don't put in it as much as I should.
We're going to golf this summer.
Did you bet golf last year or?
Bet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet golf. I bet it often. Sometimes like just guys that make the first round cut and stuff. It's usually pretty good plus odds. Because golf's like, guy can shoot 5+, 10 under any day of the week.
Yeah.
So it's just a gambling sport. And there's just so many people that can golf. Like you think one guy's gonna be at the top, and then this random you never even heard of will be leading all weekend.
I do think, other than UFC, I think it's the hardest ones. It's the hardest sport. Well, other than maybe NASCAR, I guess. And I have had some success betting golf, but because I think who you're betting against a lot of times maybe don't follow it as closely as you do. Maybe, they'll hear like Rory McIlroy and they'll think he's awesome. And at one time he was the greatest golfer in the world, but here lately it's not been the case. It's been the Scotty Schefflers and the guys that you maybe haven't heard of, Harry Higgs and guys you probably haven't heard of as much as some of these other ones. If you follow golf closely, you'll know that, and maybe you could take some easy money from them. But I do think it is hard to bet because, like you're saying, like even last week, Joaquin Niemann won the tournament.
Yeah.
And then he missed the cut this week.
That's what
Didn't even make the cut.
That's what I'm saying. Brooks Koepka is known for that.
He's all over the place.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just so up and down, and I just love to see that because it makes you feel better as trying to get better at golf because these pros are just up and down, and golf is the most humbling game ever. And I've only been doing it not even 6 months, so just to see how much I'm into it, and you could be done with it in one round is very humbling.
Yeah.
But yeah, like them players, dude, it's just so cool to see how a golf pro can just their trajectory on a shot and they just put it there like on the money. It is just so crazy how they do that. And then when you go out there and try to do that, you just got to remember that you're not them.
So have you ever been to a professional tournament?
No, I was going to go to the Ryder Cup this year because a friend was selling tickets, and I watched it live on TV from my house, and I said I would never, ever miss out again.
So
I had 4 tickets for a deal.
So I didn't go to that one, but I actually been to that course before, and that course is crazy.
Whistling Straits?
Whistling Straits, yeah, in Wisconsin, Kohler, Wisconsin.
That is?
Yeah, I got the flag down there. Yeah, but anyway, so golf is by far, the older I get, I think I appreciate it more. I'm a member at a country club, and I see like 80-year-olds that beat me, and I'm not.
They're laughing at you.
They laugh at you. So I know it's a sport that you can play pretty much your whole life. So as I get older, I appreciate it more, and I like it more because of that. But watching pro golf and pro golfers and the shots they hit and seeing that ball and how it flies in real life with your own eye is insane. You got to do it.
All right.
You got to do it. Like I'm going to go to probably 5 different tournaments this summer.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to one.
I go to Memphis. I go to Davenport, Iowa. Actually, I'm going to one in Oklahoma. So I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah, man. I can't wait to play.
Big time.
You think it's harder playing 100 out or putting?
Probably putting.
Man, I just feel like 100 and out for me because I'm just a naturally strong guy. Like I'm not all over the place, but I'm always shooting over than I am under.
Like you don't have your distances down, like you don't know.
I do, but I just got to know I just got to power down like my backswing, because I just have so much strength and speed that it's literally launching. I'm getting cleaner hit on the ball to cut it down some,
So I've experienced that too, where I thought I had my distances down. I thought I knew what I needed to hit with 100 yards.
Yeah.
But the better that I got, the more I was compressing the ball coming down and the more yardage I was getting on it. So, like, I got better as a golfer, but my scores weren't showing it because I would hit over greens a lot of times. And it's still something I deal with a lot. Or not know my yardages. Some of that stuff is really important. Like, if you know you're 100 yards out, but you don't know what to hit, it doesn't really matter.
Or you're just iffy. Yeah, you're just like, you don't trust your shot.
Or, if you're between clubs, then you have to take a little bit off of it. And
That's exactly what I'm saying.
And then in your head, you're like, I got to take a little bit off, and then it take too much, or
It's all over.
It's
just a humbling game.
It's a crazy sport, man. I love it to death.
Like you said, you got to shoot your free throws, man. You got to take swings and stuff.
So, best part of your game?
My 7-iron.
So, and that's like 150 maybe, or?
No, I'm launching that thing 180.
180, okay.
So, like, I'm always taking that second shot off the tee. I don't care where I am. My second shot off the tee, like, from my tee shot, the second shot from there, I'm usually going 7-iron. Like, if it's 4 or 5, I'm usually going 7-iron.
Okay.
Because I don't use a driver. Like I said, I use a 3-wood. Because I just have a slice to where my 3-wood I can. It is so weird. Only you know your swing, you know what I mean? Like, people think I'm crazy when I go out there, but I can make my 3-wood do this to where my driver slices.
Your 3-wood
comes back in play.
Kind of draws, I guess,
Yes,
or maybe even
beautifully.
hooks.
Yeah, like, great, though. Like, it's not like no BS swing, you know? It's not like I'm accidentally doing it. I've got it down to where it's coming back in play to where I can't get my, I don't know what it is on my driver. Just can't get it right. My hips are too fast. I need to step back. You know, it's just gotten to the point in my game to where I'm not taking strokes with it anymore.
So I played that way for a number of years, to where I didn't even carry a driver. And my friends made fun of me for it. And sometimes I'd beat them without a driver. But then once I slowed my takeaway down, I was a lot more controlled coming through. Because, I'm a bigger guy too, strong, and I would come back way too fast and just want to murder it. So I'd come through and I'd be way off. When I slowed it down, and I was a little bit more controlled, I actually hit it further and definitely a lot straighter. So then, like, I even played with a buddy one year, and again, I went a number of years without even pulling my driver. And then I really focused on my driver. And then the next year, I played with the same guy, and he's like, I thought you don't have a driver. And I was hitting all driver and hitting bomb straight. Everything else fell off. Everything else went to crap, but that I was bombing them out there.
Right, yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't want to work on my driving and lose all my iron games. So if I can be good with, I'll take that all day.
There ain't no shame in it, man.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Whatever I'm parring. Man,
you got me excited about golf.
Oh, I'm been pumped.
And like you said, it was a little bit warmer today, and I kind of drove by that golf course and was giving it a little bit of it's probably so muddy and soaked right now you couldn't do anything, but it's coming. I know that for sure.
If there's another day like this week, I'm going to go golf.
Okay. We're going to go to a break. Here's one of our sponsors. We'll be back right after this. This is The Barn with Chad and DJ.
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Chad from The Barn, and this video is brought to you by Reynolds Landscaping and Lawn Care. Contact Shane Reynolds at 573-516-2387 today for a free bid and to schedule your projects. It's time to get those projects up and going for the spring and summer season. No job is too big or too small. Contact Shane Reynolds at Reynolds Landscaping and Lawn Care at 573-516-2387 for a free bid and to schedule your projects. Welcome back to The Barn.
The Barn.
You just heard from one of our sponsors. And while you were hearing from one of our sponsors, we were out there swinging the club.
We did. It was great.
We went clubbing.
We did. Had to just get a swing. You talk about it, you got to go swing that club, man.
Couple. And it was muddy as heck. But, yeah, we got a couple swings out in the backyard. Hit a few balls. You got a nice looking swing, though.
Man, like I said, it's came a long way. I took a lot of mornings just getting up and going to Hurryville, playing at 9 by myself, hitting 2 balls, and just learning what the clubs do. So if you're starting at golf, really take time by yourself. Don't go out there and try to do what everyone else is doing. Go out there and watch, and then try to take that on your own time in golfing and stuff, because it's a slow game to really get a grip on.
And we're pretty lucky, like the area that we're in, like you talk about Hurryville's a par 3 course, and they only have 9 holes. Super cheap, super fun. They're not too strict about some stuff.
Nope.
You know, when you go some golf courses, they get pretty strict about some things. But that's where I learned to golf, was out at Hurryville.
You can go get a bucket of balls for $8, good size, and go hit for a while and get some swings, even if you can't afford a $15 round. So it's a good base course to where if you don't want to go pay $30, $35 for a round, you can go there. Good starter course.
And I actually I'm going to reach out to them at some point about a sponsorship or some kind of affiliation.
Mike's the guy.
Affiliation with them, and even maybe give away some clubs or maybe a membership out there or something. Or I don't even think they do memberships, but maybe some free rounds or something.
I think they would totally be with that, man. Yeah. Mike and Nick are good people. Yeah, go out and see Mike Ludwig to get your clubs fitted, man. He got me fitted on my putter and stuff, and I bought my first set of starter clubs from there. You know, you don't have to go online and buy $600 clubs. You can go right at the Hurryville and buy used ones for half the price. And just good ping, Odyssey, all that stuff. So you can get brand new ones too. So check Hurryville out before you go drive all the way to the city.
The more I play golf, the more I realize it's really not about the clubs. Like, the nice clubs are nice to have. What I think is more important is just you're always using the same clubs, whether they're pawn shop clubs or, you know, $1,000 clubs. As long as you're using the same ones, then you know
you got a relationship with your clubs.
Yeah, I sleep with mine.
Yeah, like
cuddle up with mine.
Mm-hmm. But you got a relationship with them. Like my dad said, man, clean your clubs, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like how you treat them and stuff. And like when I start doing that, I like start playing better too. You know, so small things.
And you even said something about my towel that's hanging off. You know, talking about having a little bit of flavor and personality in some of the things that you do. We talked about that before, maybe even not even on air, but my clubs are kind of like that. Like I want my clubs to say something about me.
For sure.
I mean,
that.
And I'm very particular about, or not particular, but the brands that I like, I love, and I will die for.
I'm gonna tag some stickers on my golf bag. That'd be good. Did you watch new Jackass yet?
No. You were talking about it, and it's kind of got me thinking about it. I've been watching a lot of Steve-O stuff on YouTube, that podcast that he does.
Oh, okay, yeah. The Steve-O one, the only one I watched with his base is the one with Steve Will Do It, because I watched, like, that's one of the big YouTube creators I like. That was one of the first times he was on the mic, and he just really wasn't good at that aspect.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a YouTube creator, you know, and it's cool to see people in situations they're uncomfortable in. It's him in a calm down environment, you know what I mean? He's not out doing jackass shit, just having a real conversation, so it's something different.
I also like that he promotes, you know, we talk about wellness investors on here a lot and talk about mental health and all those things. I like how he's promoting sobriety.
You see that they didn't let Bam in Jackass 3 because I guess he was still on the pills and shit. Yeah. I guess they just really weren't on that at the time. So, yeah, good for Jackass.
But I like that he promotes sobriety. He has a lot of people on, like he just had Novak on there. Or maybe this was an old one that I saw, but he had Novak on there who also struggled with a lot and went to several rehabs. He's handling his sobriety well now too. So positivity is always going to catch my eye and catch my attention. So I do like seeing that on there.
I just been listening to a lot of the Breakfast Club more. You remind me of like a DJ Envy, a white DJ Envy.
Okay, like I am white.
You should go watch it sometime. Just listen in on it, and I'll send you some ones I like.
And I do watch the Breakfast Club.
I just feel the crowd when I come here. Like the barn, you just get that going vibe. You know what I mean? You waking up, hitting me up. Hey, let's get a pod. So
Charlemagne seems like a troll.
He reminds me of me.
Yeah, you're Charlemagne. I'm DJ Envy.
But I don't like the troll. Like I feel like people call Charlemagne a troll sometimes because he just tells it like how he cuts it sometimes, and that's okay. Like it's okay having an opinion, and I feel like that's why so many people get shot on podcasts and stuff. You know, that's why Joe Rogan's getting shot at. You understand that as a podcast host, but people that don't host a podcast don't understand that. And just like limitations of saying things and knowing, like it's hard to know, but it's not nothing the audience would know.
And I do respect that he says it how he feels. You know, there's that sort of viral clip, I think, with him and Post Malone where he's like trying to steal our culture and that. And I thought Post Malone had a pretty good response to it. He's like, man, I'm just me. I'm not trying to steal anything. I'm just kind of being me. But there's several clips of him where he's like, he pretty much not attacks the guest, but he's pretty in your face about
something. I'll tell you right now, if I got a guest on, I really had like an iffy question that was going around and I really didn't know about, I'm asking him about it. I don't care.
You're not going to shy away from it.
And if I thought it was something uncomfortable before the show, if I do think it's something like that, I'll ask them before the show just to make sure it's okay, because I'm not the guy that's trying to do punches at anybody. If you're an upfront person, you should be able to do that. So them situations I do have in my podcast.
Again, in a way, I kind of respect the honesty and the true transparency. He didn't like Post Malone, and I'm just using that one as an example. There's several different ones. But then in a way, too, you're inviting them to come on, and they're sort of your guest. So I do think there needs to be a level of respect.
Yeah.
Respect and...
it would be different if they had Post Malone on, then he said that when he was off the show. Then people would be really pissed. You
Yeah,
know,
I see what
you
you're
just
saying.
don't do shit like that as a host of a podcast. I get really mad at podcast people like that when they talk about people not on the show and they've had them on before or prior or even hosts. Like I watch some pods and I don't care how good of friends they are, they'll be really talking about their personal life on the mic. You know, just what they got going on, or what, you know, just slip jokes and stuff like that. Shit's not cool. You know, it's just a time and place for shit. Even when we were talking about with the pod with me, you and Nate, like shit like that. It's just a time and place for everything. And there's a time and place for understanding too when you're listening to shit. So that's why I respect Charlotte, man. There's a deeper meaning in things besides just quick hearing it. And I don't think you're saying that at all.
No,
I feel like audience people think that, and that's why Charlamagne gets a lot of shit.
I've just seen and heard a few things where I was like, I don't think I would have went that route. Again, I respect the honesty. Like I always want people
How
to
would
be
you go
upfront.
about it as a host? If you had a question,
Maybe more of a DJ Envy kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where I'd be a little bit, because if somebody comes to my space, they're my guest. So even if I feel a certain way, I might not air that out because they're my guest and they're coming on my show. And I want, in a
that's
way,
why people co-host though, because you got to have that guy that's going to do that. You got to have that guy that's going to touch the waters.
I do like when there's three. I think there's a good dynamic when there's three. Mm-hmm. And I like having various differing opinions about things because if we all sit here and agreed on everything, you know, we got UFC on right now. If we all agree that Adesanya was the best ever, wouldn't be much to talk about.
No.
But he is the best ever.
100% not Usman.
Yeah, Usman's that dude is a bad boy.
That country's the most dominant ever. Nigeria, like, they're raising some champs.
Francis, Adesanya,
All got gold.
Usman.
All got gold. And Usman's going up a weight class.
He ran out of people to fight.
Yeah, I mean, it gets boring.
Yeah.
What do you do, retire?
Yeah, I don't
Then
know.
go broke? I don't think you'd go broke, but when do you think you're done fighting? How many? Like Khabib, I think 30 is like a good number of fights.
He went out right.
Yeah, I think so too. Why test the waters? You ain't lost to nobody. You don't owe nobody shit.
I think he did it right. I'm always a big believer in going out on top. You know, I would like to think if I was in that position, I'd be like, I don't need anything to prove to anybody else anything.
Jordan.
Win the last one, you're the champion. Nobody's ever going to say otherwise.
Yeah, it sucks Brady didn't, but he tried.
He did. I think he came back because he thought he could, you know, with the team that he had around him. And he got pretty dang close.
Floyd too.
Floyd, 50-0, 51-0.
Yep. I don't count the Paul fight.
Yeah, yeah,
Did you watch it?
yeah. I watch all those Joker fights. It's hard not to, man. It's like watching a train wreck or
I
something.
mean, YouTube wasn't giving him enough money. I would start talking trash to someone too, and you know, hey,
I was bummed and surprised with the Woodley fight. So the Ben Askren one, you know, he's a wrestler and he's out of shape and he hasn't wrestled in a while and he's got a fake hip or whatever. So that one wasn't too surprising to me. But with Woodley, I was like, no way no way. And I had money on it. I lost. Cause like, no way. Woodley's a bad dude. Been doing it a lot of years. Can strike with the best of them. You know, he's not a boxer, but he's still a striker.
GSP or Usman, who would win in the fight?
Probably GSP, but I think Khabib beats everybody.
I think Khabib beats GSP too. So are Kajma and what the fuck's his name?
Yeah,
The champ.
I sent it to you.
Oliveira.
Oliveira.
Are they fighting?
I don't know if they just released I don't think they actually.
Because I haven't heard none of that confirmed fight.
I haven't either, but
No, Gaethje and Oliveira is the next fight, confirmed fight. I know that for a fact.
I thought they just fought.
That hasn't happened.
Oh, it was Poirier.
Oliveira hasn't fought again since. Yeah, so he's about to fight Gaethje.
Okay, because I've seen those odds. So what
That would be a good fight after though, but hell no, Oliveira is never an underdog.
Yeah, what was the odds at? Like plus 320 or something?
Yeah, I would put hundreds of dollars on that.
And I got respect for that guy, and I think, I think he has a chance to win. But man, those odds were like crazy to me. Like,
Oliveira's came a long way, man.
oh, he's a stud.
His jiu-jitsu is insane.
Okay, here it is. So MMA fighting opens as the heavy favorite in a potential fight against UFC, a potential fight. So they haven't actually even announced this. But the graphic is Islam is minus 415, which is crazy anyway. And Charles Oliveira is plus 345.
They're saying he only have a shot almost.
Right. Those are crazy odds. That's like Amanda Nunes kind of odds. And Shenko. Shevchenko
Kajma he's tapping people like he's getting the Khabib vibe, but dude, Oliveira has that master too. So I mean, to treat him like almost a child in MMA, this man's
He's a champion.
champ. I will put hundreds of dollars on that.
There's no way those odds stay that way when they actually.
if he whoops Gaethje's ass, no.
No, that's
It'd be
why.
like plus like I'm gonna say like plus 470. Minus 470 Oliveira. And I'll take Oliveira in the third round.
That's why when I saw that, I immediately messaged you. I was like, "Hey, if you're going up to play some bets, I want in on this one."
Yeah, I was like, I would have too. I didn't even see it. So I like Sean O'Malley a lot. I think he's the next thing in MMA.
Yeah, he is. He's fun to watch.
But like he said, he'd have to go up lightweight soon. You know, a bunch of them guys, it's just how you become great. You got to move up one weight class.
You do.
John Jones, like, he's been talking shit. Okay, stop talking till you get in the cage.
Yeah.
Like, and I love Jones.
He's one of the greatest ever, too.
You got to step in with that Donkey Kong Ngannou. And it's going to be a Goliath battle. And I want to see it.
That dude scares me.
Oh, dude.
That dude is
looks
scary.
Like titanium put on a human.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like it. And just like on them live cards, he just looks so big. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
He reminds me of like a Transformer or something.
Oh, we haven't seen John Jones in 6 months, so we always know how, I don't know. Quit running that mouth and get him the fucking ring.
He's Twitter tough right now.
What do you think about if you were in Dana White's position, what would you do better?
Pay my fighters. That's why
Besides
they're
that-
running off the bullshit boxing. Not that, Woodley's at the end of his career or whatever, but he still had a little juice left.
Create fights too that aren't fighter happy. Like test the waters. You know what I mean? I feel like that's why you own a league, because you're sitting there watching every game and stuff, and you know who's who. You know them top underdogs that could scare a champion. Like quit doing stuff that's pay-per-view type and are boring fights and stuff. Like test the waters.
And not that UFC could compete with the NFL. You're an athlete yourself, right? If you had the chance to go to NFL or NBA or UFC, money-wise, it only makes sense to go to NFL, NBA, right? You're not going to go to UFC. So think how many athletes they're missing out on that's choosing to go a different route because the money might be in a different place. If you're not paying your fighters, you're missing out on a lot of dudes.
You're not paying your fighters to play a barbaric sport.
You get in a cage and it's you and that dude. And that's it.
Yep. UFC, Dana could do that better, but I feel like
He has to, man. I mean, because UFC The Rise, it's on ESPN now. It's come a long way in a lot of in a short time. He's got to be able to at least compete, not compete dollar for dollar, but at least compete in paying his fighters what they need to be paid, and he doesn't right now. I can't remember who it was. I have to look this up, but somebody just got paid like a couple $100,000, and they were in the main event. These guys only fight. Some of them fight 2 times a year.
Yep.
2 times a year. If you're only giving them 30,000 or 50,000, you can't live like that.
and these guys are giving it charity and stuff. Like you got to match up to that. Like, come on now, man. That's why I love the PGA, because they win them big tournaments and they're getting paid right money, and they always donate back, pay the guys, because it's going to fluctuate back, Dana. So all you're doing is gambling anyways, and you got gambling money. I've seen them videos of him heisting the casinos.
Oh, he's a gambler.
Oh, he's in it big. So
time,
you
yeah.
got some money, you got some bread. That's why you bought the league. Buy it, pay him.
What do you think he needs to do different other than that?
Like I said, just create better fights that aren't social media happy.
What's a fight you'd like to see?
Me? I would love to see I was talking about it. No, I guess you can't do that. I guess not Gaethje. I guess Poirier has to get the belt, but I think Poirier, if he wins again, he's going to move up a weight class. I think him and Usman should fight. Like, that's a good fight. Poirier's always talking that shit about walking around 180. He don't want to drop weight and shit. Okay, move up your ass a weight class. Come fight this monster. Like, I like shit like that. Like,
Usman's just so damn good.
and then you do shit like that, you really got to pay the fighters, because that's like awesome shit.
So maybe moving some fighters around for some more like super fights almost.
Like, yeah, like quit letting them sit in the leagues and own it, Like, okay, move you here, pay you some more, test the waters, get you like 3 fights a year. If you get if you achieve this, you get bonuses off the top, but you still get so many bonuses for fighting, cover that. You know what I mean? It all just adds up. I think they're going to be a lot different. I just feel like it's a lot of social media happy. Like, oh, let's see this fight. And it happens. And then it ends up being a boring $75 ticket.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So he's influenced by what the public wants.
Exactly,
or the
yeah.
fans want.
Correct.
Rather than making the better.
Rather than just creating this card and putting it out there and people being like, oh, damn, that's creative.
So there's a fight this weekend. We're recording this right now on Monday, February the 28th, and there's a fight this weekend that might even fall into kind of what you're talking about, is Covington versus Masvidal.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, just because both them guys lost to Usman, we're going to throw them together. Like, okay, cool.
You can definitely tell that one's a storyline one because they used to train together. They used to live together.
Yeah.
They were buddies.
It's just a money buildup.
Who do you think wins that one?
I don't even care. I ain't even paying attention. Like, I think Masvidal wins in a knockout. Kobe tries to wrestle him. It's going to be a boring fight for 3 rounds, and they stand up and give the people what they want. Masvidal knocks them out.
So I agree with some of that. I do think Kobe tries to wrestle him. And I like Masvidal a lot better. I love Masvidal. He's
You
just.
think Kobe's gonna tap him?
I don't know if he'll tap him, but I think he gets the better of him because Kobe fought Usman pretty close the first time when he broke his jaw or whatever. So I think he's a good fighter. Now all that shit that he does outside of it and all that, that's just an act to me. Like I think he thinks he's in the wrestling league, you know, with your WWEs or whatever it's called these days. You know, I don't buy into all that shit, but I think as far as fighting goes, he's probably a better fighter than Masvidal. But I like Masvidal better.
For sure.
I am gonna watch that one. I'm pretty interested.
I'll probably watch it too, but I think Masvidal wins by knockout. But it'll probably, yeah, I think it'll be knockout. Masvidal, he's got to redeem himself from Usman. They both do. It'll be a good fight. It might be a good fight. I don't know. I don't think it will be.
Who else is on that card?
I really haven't been diving into it. I'm waiting for that Gaethje and Oliveira. I'm a big lightweight guy. So.
Oh, Bryce Mitchell's is on that one. Thug Nasty.
Oh, Thug Nasty. Yeah, he's good.
He's fighting Barboza. Well, that's
Edson.
tough.
Edson.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at that card right now. UFC 272. It's all right. It's not stacked like some of the other ones have been. But yeah, I'll definitely.
No, it's only March. These cards usually get rolling summertime. July, we'll have some stacked cards.
All right. DJ from Swervin' Podcast. Check out Swervin' Podcast on everything.
On everything. Apple, Spotify, YouTube. We'll be dropping soon. I'm going to start doing some episodes over here because I've had interactions and it's all right. But I think it's going to work for the better over here. So catch my next guest soon. I'll post that and I'll probably get rolling probably episode Sunday.
This is The Barn. We're part of the Wellness Investors and Girl Dad and soon to be a golf one and Vulgar Display podcast and all that. We're putting all that stuff out. Hopefully you guys are listening. Hopefully you guys are entertained. Drop us a like, comment, share, all that stuff. You guys might not think that it doesn't mean much. It means a lot in this kind of world. It gets more eyes on it, gets more ears on it. And
it's the easiest thing you can do. You're already on your phone, like, you know, just scrolling by and liking something. And just, you know, you're giving something else, all these TikToks and stuff, 30 seconds. Give something 2 minutes, you know. Give the intro of the pod 5 minutes. You might really tune into some combo you like. So
even that one little like can mean a difference between somebody else seeing it and them not seeing it. So it might not seem like much, but it is important to what we do as far as podcasting and getting that content out there. And speaking of, we're on the cusp of spring and summer. That's full game time for us. We can't wait to get there and all the things that we're going to be doing, all the announcements that we're going to be making. This is the very beginning. We can't wait to take you guys on this ride with us. And until next time, this has been The Barn with Chad and DJ.
Yes, sir. See you guys soon. Probably later in the week. Have something out.
Thanks for tuning in.
This video is brought to you by The Wellness Investors. The Wellness Investors are a collective of individuals with uniquely diverse backgrounds. Our goal is to inspire, motivate, and entertain. Visit thewellnessinvestors.com and start enhancing your life, one sector at a time.